Higher for longer. Soft landing, no longer the base case. Jobless claims come in much later than expected. That's good news is bad news. Bank of England, in a surprise, does not hike rates today. There is a lot going on, and we are totally on top of it. We nailed the Fed meeting yesterday. If you were in the chat group, you saw we took the opportunity to short as much as we could right after that information, especially higher for longer and soft landing, not the base case. So a lot of other news here. Wow, where even to begin? You're going to want to stay tuned. This is probably one of the best well-researched shows I've done in a while. Been reading the news like crazy since 5, 6 o'clock this morning. But look at this. Everything's down. Unbelievable. We're probably going to do some covering in the morning. First thing I want to point out is RK. Listen, this situation is much worse for growth stocks and microcaps than it is for the larger caps. The larger caps will make it, right? If you're a long-term investor, especially, buy big cap stocks, you'll be fine. Growth stocks, microcaps, a lot of these companies will go out of business, will go bankrupt. Is Carvana one of them? Maybe. Peloton's probably one of them. But in any case, this is bad for RK, bad for IWM. RK sitting at the 200 DMA. RSI a little bit higher now than it was at the previous time it hit the 200 DMA. And so look at it. It's going right below it. My expectation is that it will crack, but maybe not today. Maybe not on the first bounce. Maybe it's a buying opportunity right on the first bounce. So we're going to be closing out anything levered, any puts, things like that. Maybe reducing our short position a little bit, maybe to look for a bounce and then kind of reshort. That's my playbook right now. But IWM should also be very weak. You see 0.6%. SOX sold down 5%. We'll look at the reason why in a second. But this is crazy. You look at SPY below. Let's see, where was SPY? Let's see where the support is on SPY. 433. 433 is your support on SPY. There's another support here at 435. So those two levels, you could maybe get a bounce, 435 and 433 on QQQ. Let's see where we're at. The candle here at 358.58. So that's a support level. And then 355 roughly. Those are your two support levels. I think we're going to test those. I don't know about today, but things are not looking pretty. And TLT, right? This is really the reason why all this is happening. Bonds lower, rates higher. Rate expectation. This is actually a real thing. Rates are, when TLT goes down, it means rates are higher, actual real rates in the economy. When companies have to borrow money, if their debt's coming due, they have to get new debt, those rates will be higher. They might not be able to pay those rates. And then that's how you get bankruptcies. Okay. So TLT being down like this, very bad for risk assets. All right, let's go into our morning show. By the way, you know what? I don't even have room. Playing RK. Okay, we might just trade RK as our one of our top picks today because we're on it yesterday, right? We shorted yesterday right after Powell, so we're going to take our profits in the morning. We might trade that. So that's not like officially a top 5, but we might be busy doing that. All right, big news out today, all over the place. GFS, probably going to be the number one long pick of the day. GFS wins a multi-billion-dollar deal, $3 billion deal from the Department of Defense. This came out, the Wall Street Journal had this last ago. Okay, that's a pretty big deal compared to a $31 billion market cap. I actually did the math on this. It's not as big as you think. It's a 10-year deal. It's like maybe a 3% boost or 4% boost to their annual revenue, something like that is what it comes to. But this is great for sentiment, right? Getting this Department of Defense deal through Lockheed Martin in a partnership with Lockheed Martin. And, you know, the government, this is also a sentiment booster in terms of the government is committed to making the chips in the United States, as GFS is a U.S.-based semiconductor manufacturer. So I think in this bad market, this is going to be maybe the only long pick of the day. We'll see. CrowdStrike might be another one. Okay, but we'll get to it. So there you go. Big deal on that. Now, what's going on here? Google and Avco. Google wants to make their chips in-house. They're saying they're going to stop using Broadcom chips in 2027. Avgo is down 6.5%. Avgo is a $342 billion market cap. Therefore, you have Soxel down really big. Okay, are we short Soxel? I think we are. It might be a good idea to close the Soxel at the open for us. Okay, might be a good idea to close our Soxel short. But when Soxel goes down, that probably means NVIDIA is down sharply because of what's going on here. Let's see. NVIDIA. Yep, NVIDIA is down. SMCI is down. Like these are good long-term stocks. SMCI is at 235 support right now. Could be a good buy for the long term right here at 235 support, but this could break and then you can go to 215 support. But 235 might be a place you can pick up some SMCI. I will say I forgot to put on my list because Marvell, there's rumors, even though Google said they want to build it in-house, for some reason there's rumors out there that they're going to switch to Marvell. Okay. They didn't definitively say they want to move it in-house. These are just like rumors or I don't know where actually the source of it was. I don't think it came directly from Google. It was like a third-party report. It was like some third-party report that Google may want to do this in-house. And oh, here it is. Here's another one. Google's power move Broadcom ditch in favor of Marvell. All right, so okay, it's not even rumor. Something true about this. Stocks started gaining reports of Google working to replace Broadcom chip for advanced chip internal. Okay, cool. So that might make Marvell. All right, this show is going to take some time. There's a lot to go here, and we got to figure out what our top picks are. But I don't even think I have room for Marvell in my account here. Let's see. Let's move Marvell to the top. Okay, that was the last stock I can put in. I deleted like 6 stocks this morning to make room for these. All right, so we got Marvell potentially getting Broadcom's business. So let's see. Let's close out the stock still short. Maybe we can go long Marvell. And maybe I can go long a little bit of SMCI. At least maybe in our long-term account, we can increase the position here at 235. And let's move this up here. We're almost there, guys. All right. So Google ditches Avgo for Marvell, and you see the impact that has on stocks. So we covered that. I know this looks confusing. There's a lot of tickers up there. We'll clean it up at the end of the show. All right. What else is going on? Cisco buying Splunk for $157 in cash. Man, it's $144. Those ARB funds going to make a killing on this one. I don't know. Is there antitrust issues? Like they're afraid it's not going to close? I'm not sure. But in any case, I'm not going to play the move from 144 to 157. However, are there sympathy plays? Now, CrowdStrike was already on my radar. Because of a series of catalysts. A catalyst that came out after the close yesterday was such. Here it goes. No, it was yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, CrowdStrike achieves 100% protection, 100% visibility, and 100% detection in MITRE Ingenuity attack evaluations enterprise medical cloud. Now, I have no idea what that means at all, but it sounds important. I looked at that yesterday. I said, it sounds important. I'm not going to act on it, but let me just keep that in the back of my head. Then what happened this morning? This morning, you got 3 price target increases. Barclays raises to 200 from 186. Okay. Needham raises from 200 to 215. Rosenblatt raises from 190 to 200. Okay. It's not a coincidence. I didn't get a chance to see these reports, but you don't get 3 upgrades the day after that news. So now going back to this, probably this was significant news. So now you have good news out of CrowdStrike with analyst upgrades. And now you have Splunk being bought out at a 30% premium. So what cybersecurity stocks could possibly do well on this? Like CrowdStrike, because of multiple catalysts, I'm putting at the top of the list. There's also Zscaler. I thought like, I don't know Zscaler well, but I'm just thinking of like any names. I put it out in the room on the app, and someone had mentioned Datadog. Datadog could benefit, someone said. And then also in a room in the app. So there's Datadog, very volatile this morning. And then someone mentioned the cyber ETF. I guess there's a cyber ETF. There we go. Or is that, no, that's not an ETF. Security ETFs out there. Okay, now none of this stuff is easy, man, on a market that's like crashing in the morning. So I'm going to go, though, with CrowdStrike. I'll move that up. Here, let's do it right now, okay? We're going to move CrowdStrike up because of the multiple catalysts, okay? Marvell, maybe we're going to move up, okay, because they're going to be getting business. They're going to be taking Avgo's business. How's Marvell doing in pre-market? Yeah, Marvell looks like it could be good today. All right, so to the long side, we have GFS, CrowdStrike, Marvell. Let's keep going. What other news we have out there? Celsius. Wow. Celsius had a terrible day. No one can find the reason why. Not even Jonah Lupton. Even as of this morning, he didn't know why. But there's a new analyst upgrade out there. And let me see. It's not on the newsfeed, but I put it in our VIP trading room. Jonah Lupton had posted this. It's Celsius Holdings price target raised to 220 from 180 at Roth MKM. All right, we added more Celsius to our long-term account. yesterday. This might be good for today. Definitely for a long term, I'd like to pick up here. So let's move Celsius up on the list on that. And maybe SMCI just as not as a catalyst for today, but just a technical level, right? Let's just move that up higher up as a technical level, maybe add to a long term, something like that. Okay. What else we got? Let's keep going. There's a lot going on. So we got the 30% premium buyout. Now we have, what else do we have? We have FedEx had earnings. Now, FedEx is up 5%. I actually shorted this a little bit. It's scary to short this on good news. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to lose money on this, but I looked at a summary of the report, and the reason it's up is because they're raising guidance because they're getting business from the Yellow bankruptcy and some upside from UPS labor negotiations, it says. All right, here, this is an article I read. So I did the math on this. They raised their guidance from midpoint of $17. No, midpoint of $17.50. Midpoint of $17.50 to $17.75. Okay, that's like let's just I did it this morning, but let's do it again. 0.25 divided by $17.50. All right, they're raising their guidance by 1.4%. Their EPS. Raising their EPS by 1.4%, but there's a lot of negatives in here. Here, look at the negatives. The negatives is that they're looking at flat to low single-digit % growth, okay, for the year. Okay, approximately flat. However, executives said they expect approximately flat for its fiscal year, which is down from previously saying flat to low single-digit growth. Okay, so they're going down. They're revising their revenue down. At the same time, they're saying they're facing new competition as of July, which just happened from USPS. I see a lot of negatives in here. You got new competition that just launched. They're revising their revenue down, and they're only increasing their EPS by 1.5%. Yet the stock is up 5% in a terrible market. So I did short it here. All right, we'll see. I'm going to put that as a top 5 pick, shorting FDX. All right, let's go back. There's more. Believe it or not, there's more. All right, let's keep going down. What do we got? We have potentially big news that could impact Disney, Netflix, and Warner Brothers in a positive way today. So there's been a Hollywood writer's strike. You may have heard about this. So there's a rumor out there, a report. Hollywood writers reportedly near a deal with studios to end strike, and it could happen today. All right. The sides are reportedly optimistic that an agreement can be finalized Thursday. Now, I've come to learn that the way to play these things is to buy the rumor, sell the news. You could wait until it's confirmed. A lot of these things in the media, they turn out to be true, right? So like if you wait, and then you're like, the news comes out. By the time you get to it, let's say you see Netflix is like $3.95, and then you get FOMO, and then you buy it, and then you find out that everyone actually bought the rumor, at $3.85, and they sold the news. So I think there's some merit to getting positions in Disney, Netflix, and you can see Warner Brothers is already up. Okay, so Warner Brothers probably the most direct beneficiary of this, but Disney, Netflix is going to be very interesting on options if that happens. Wow. All right, a lot going on. In general, also, we're looking for things to short. We shorted some Mobileye yesterday. We shorted some Carvana. We shorted some Beyond. All right, at this point, I'm going to be looking for pops to short things on. So, all right, with that being said, let's see if we can organize some of this. And I'm going to move. All right, we got Google right there. Okay, we don't want Google now or Avco. Okay, SMCI is just like a technical add to a long-term, maybe not a play for the day necessarily. I'm going to move up Netflix, Disney, and up here right below the top 5. So we can key and consider a trade in these. Consider picking some up. Netflix, Disney, and Warner Brothers. Okay, here we go. Now it's shaping up. Our day. All right, look at this. Long Global Foundries on the multi-billion-dollar deal. Long CrowdStrike on the multiple catalysts and the big premium for Splunk. Maybe long Marvell. Getting the business from Avgo, from Broadcom. Actually, I like that. Why am I saying maybe? That's good. All right. Celsius, long on an upgrade, and after that big move down yesterday, although the pre-market action doesn't seem so interesting. And then last on the list would be short FedEx. I'd probably have the lowest confidence in shorting FedEx and then potentially we get a speculative position in one of these three or all of these three: Netflix, Disney, and Warner Brothers on the news that's to come. SMCI, look at that support at 235. Let's just let this sink in a little bit. Let's go through it a little bit more. There's so much going on. All right. And we're going to look at the indices before we go to. So we talked about the Splunk, Zika. Okay. Carvana. Is Carvana a short here? Let's look at the Carvana chart. So Carvana is at the critical level below the 50 DMA. I don't know the details, but they have a lot of debt. Okay. And any company with a lot of debt, rates higher for longer, not good for them. I could see a situation where Carvana can make a move down to this 35 support and maybe even down if things get really bad to this 200 DMA 2024. But yeah, below this 50 DMA, we are short a little bit Carvana. I'm thinking of shorting more. I'd like to maybe see some intraday pops to add to the short, but I think the target could be 35. The question is RK going to cooperate? I think if RK bounces off 40, then maybe Carvana can be saved. But if RK stays below 40, look at this. If RK stays below 40, wow. And it could. If RK stays below 40, Carvana could be an excellent short. All right. I'm going to move Carvana up on the day here. Let's move Carvana up. All right. We're going to move Carvana up. So FedEx, let's see, FedEx short. All right. Carvana short. And then, okay, so the other thing I want to do is I want to add RK back to this list because I really want to monitor that closely today. I got to delete something, guys. What am I going to delete? MasterCard? I don't think so. I like that for the news flow. Peloton. Wow. Mosaic, IPI. Remember that? Potash, Transmedics. What a great company. Treehouse Foods. Gaia's been in the dumps. My God. Affirm and UPST, probably great shorts in this environment. Look at that. Both down 4%. Let's see. Fun is just garbage, but you know what? I might be done with fun. I like to see the news. TextND.com. David's T. Oh my gosh, what garbage. Guys, what are we gonna delete? All right, got PHRF. Wow. You know what? I gotta go with I'm just gonna go with this. Psychedelics. A lot of hope, but we can't trade pink sheets right now anyway. I can't trade pink sheets, so I'm deleting that. And now we're going to add RK back to this list. We're going to throw it up at the top because how RK does could really impact how aggressive we are on shorts today. So I want to keep that at the top of the list. Let's do that. All right. Wow. I'm feeling good because we're on the right side of this. We really shorted a lot after that Powell speech. So let's see if we can follow that up today. All right, let's see. We're getting RK. All right, we're going to move RK all the way to right below Carvana. All right, now it's starting to look good. All right, now keep in mind, we're going long GFS, but we got a lot of shorts right now. All right, I think we're already long CrowdStrike, and I'm down on that right now because I bought it like 168 pre-market. Marvell, I don't know if we're in there yet, but I'd like to maybe get some of the Marvell. Celsius, we're in it in the long term. I think we doubled down already yesterday. Is it a day trade today? I'm surprised it's not better price action, but where is it going to turn around? Let's look at the technicals here. Celsius, man, like part of me doesn't want to look at the tech. I'm like big red candle and a great company, but you know what? I guess we got to look at the tech. Here it is. Okay, here's the support. It was 183. It broke 183. That was a big level because look at this here at 172. Okay, is there anything between the current price 179 and the 50 DMA at 172? There it is. You see these three candles here and then these three candles here. Previous resistance, now support. There it is. Okay, so your support here is 176, a little above 176. All right, maybe that's where you have to step in on Celsius, 176. Okay. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if it just takes off. It's just been down so much. But 176, that's your support level. I'm going to write that down for myself. 176 Celsius. All right. Let's see. What are we going to do? Definitely GFS. GFS, our number one pick. Crowd and Marvell kind of tied for number two. And everything else a lower tier after that. Really, it's like maybe long Celsius, better at the support. maybe short FedEx. I am short FedEx, but it's just tough to be short a big cap after good earnings. And then short Carvana maybe on this RK. This RK, man, you really got to watch this 40 situation. All right, so that's a lot of ideas for you. Look at SMCI below 235 in pre-market. All right, this is a long-term stock. I'm not playing a big bounce today, but a long-term pick here. Might want to pick some at 235, 210, 215 possible. Okay, don't be a hero today. All right, let me just ruminate over this one more minute. This RK is really concerning. Let me take a look at QQQ. All right, QQQ, because I think we were short. We're short a levered. I think we were short a levered long ETF on RK, and I think we already closed it this morning. But below 40, I'm thinking, man, maybe we should keep the metal to the pedal. QQQ. All right, so QQQ 358. Maybe we got to really kind of look at this QQQ close to. Yeah, 358.58. Got to look at this level. Maybe that's where we can get a bounce in RK. We'll have to see. All right. Long GFS, long CrowdStrike, long Marvell. Don't be a hero. Probably not a good day to have big size on your longs. Okay. Celsius maybe. Shorting FedEx risky. And RK $40 your key level. I want to short much more Carvana. We'll just have to see the right entry point for it today. All right. All right, that's it, guys. I've been trying to step up my chat in the app more lately. There's some bugs in there and make it frustrating. We're trying to fix those bugs, but I'm chatting in there as much as I can. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Ask any questions in the app, and I'll try to address them. 1 o'clock, storytrading.com/YouTube or youtube.com/storytrading. Please spread the word. Help us grow our community. Put a lot of work into this, and we definitely need more people, more subscribers to help keep this going. I appreciate everyone's support. Take care, everyone.